Typical Falcone. He's a prick. And that was, I think that was the end of episode 2, I believe. Is it? Well, no pings come up, so I don't think it has yet. But still, Falcone's a prick. Sorry for the lesser talking, but in this game, you really gotta keep your focus and keep an eye on things. Oh, what now? Are we just starting up, like? So we just did the epilogues.
It's me.
Ah, the Batcave. Is it just me, or do they always change the Batcave every so often? Episode 1. Jesus, that's bright. Realm of Shadows. What is it, the 1960s?
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in.
The Pavilion. That's where his parents were killed.
Remember to keep those front doors
But
locked tonight.
here's the thing, guys. I think there's a set just before Batman got accepted by the police. Oh, hey, Jack Ryder.
After a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Ah. So what was Selina after? Okay, so now we got control. So here we go. Data port.
The Bat computer should be able to read whatever data is on that stolen drive.
Yep. So we got the Gotham feed, which is what's going on. They then pressure to decay vigilante. There we are. Gotham District then calls upon Mayor's office to take a public stand against the wave of vigilante action sweeping the streets. Oh, hello. Police Lieutenant taped to lead task force. Oh, it's Gordon. So, I'm guessing in this time frame, Gordon has allied himself with the Batman to some extent, but most of the police have not. And if he's a lieutenant, then that means Commissioner Loeb is currently in duty until his inevitable death, or depends really which universe you look at. Because Chief Loeb, if I recall, if he is the main chief in this universe, was killed in one universe. In another universe, he was removed for corruption. So it really depends which one it is. So we'll find out soon enough. Peter Gordon appointed Lieutenant James Gordon. Sorry, Gorgon. So it's not Loeb, it's actually Gorgon. So it's a new one. So it's a different chief this time, because there's been several chiefs, sorry, commissioners, and I remember Commissioner Loeb. Arkham sign replacement. Okay. So we had a good read, so we now know where things stand. So let's go and get this same thing.
Nearly fell off a building for this?
Yeah, but what is it though? Mr. Bruce, what is it? It's the question you should ask. As always, he needs a comfy chair. Don't blame him.
Let's find out what was so important.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theatre. And yet I always find you here, in a dark, damp cave, in front of a computer.
I'm more
Yeah.
at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that, Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process,
What are we looking at?
let me try a different angle.
What the? Okay, that's fancy. Alright, so to root the hologram, you. Yep, okay. So. So, what are we supposed to do?
This is a map of the East Side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I
I
say
think it's best to be Bruce Wayne.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zeller back away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. Before the game switched from billiards to cutthroat. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
Yeah. Thanks for the interruption.
And it wasn't for you, Bruce. I was worried I might drink all my good scotch. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. I'll check the codex.
You wish. So, basically, guys, this is during his early years, basically. So, we now know Catwoman is just starting. And we now know that Falcone was despised by Thomas Wayne. That's Bruce Wayne's father, to anyone who doesn't know. Anyhow, let's access the codex. Alright, we got some stuff. So let's start with this one. Thomas and Martha Wayne, deceased, founders of Wayne Enterprises. My parents, dad was a physio, mom was a philanthropist. Worked tirelessly to help the less fortunate, set up numerous charities, and expanded their vast resources to improve the city and its citizens. Murdered in an attempted robbery by a man named Joe Chill. So basically, guys, they've now made Joe Chill. Like I said in the Batman Arkham games, which I do recommend you have a look at once you finish this. Joe Chill has become now the main canon of Bruce's parents' murderer. I mean, there were other conjectures that it was the Joker, like in his early years, killed his parents, but they've went with Joe Chill now being the main suspect. Alfred Pennyworth, the faithful butler. Harvey Dent is a new friend and the best district attorney. So this is basically him before he becomes Two-Face, which, to be honest, I mean, he really got screwed over. But hey, that's the thing with this city; it tends to try and kill you. So Harvey Dent believes and he wants to make Gotham a safe place, but that's easier said than done when it comes to the scum of this city. Harold Hill, the mayor of Gotham, not doing a very good job if there's a lot of crime and corruption all over the place.
Found her.
Nah, there's the cat burger. Pretty petty larceny, huh? New criminal on the scene. Tried several recent bank break-ins. She's effective and doesn't leave many clues behind. Currently, GCPD has no leads. I wish I knew more about her. Well, considering the fact this is basically before, the infamous, relationship, I still say DC dropped the ball on the whole wedding between, her and Bruce. For those who are unaware or have not heard this story, there was a storyline going around in one of the runs that Bruce and Selina were going to get married. Now, Selina's friend Holly convinced Catwoman to break off the wedding because she said you're keeping Batman all to yourself. It's a bit selfish, and Gotham needs him. But that wasn't the case. Holly was being used by Bane to, break the bat to make him hurt again, which to me that sucked. That was piss poor execution. It was weak. You know, this is what I don't get about comic books, right? I really don't get this. Why did not let the couples get married? They just said, oh, either this thing happens where one of the bride of the groom dies, or they don't last long in the marriage because they can't stand each other to some degree. To me, it's pathetic. I mean, take a look at Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. Now, I know it's a Marvel, but hear me out. I love reading that series because at least it shows, progression, like what happens after when he gets married, how his perception changes. I mean, this would have been a good thing with Bruce and her married. They say, okay, they've married. Bruce might and Cia might just give up the whole cow thing and let Dick and all them take over. But it's never gonna happen because DC want to make sex stories. And don't think Marvels are saints. They are as well because I know that sounds a bit harsh, but it's true. They want to appeal to younger audiences by having like sexy, scantily clad women. I mean, looking for than Harley freaking Quinn. That's as far as I'm going with that. And or skin tight level like Catwoman. It's the usual palaver, which I think is a bit shame. I would have loved to see them like married and see right how it would go. I mean, they did do this in the Batman the Brave and the Bold, where it was a what if story, yes, but it was quite intriguing and I kind of liked it. I wish they had continued that. Anyhow, let's move on. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Falcone, the worst kind of gangster. Yep, he's a mob boss. And the thing about him is, he's a dangerous fellow. I'm surprised Fawn's not in this, but they're gonna go with Falcone with this one. Fair enough. Vicky Vale, the reporter. You don't know her, how she's reporting stuff. Jim Gordon. Now, Jim Gordon also associated Barbara Gordon. Wait, is Barbara Gordon in this series? Well, that should be interesting. If it's the early years, Barbara would be in her teens. Because by the look of Jim's hair, he looks like he's in his, like, he's not middle aged yet. I would say he's roughly around about early 40s. Or is it late 30s? It's hard to say. So, yep. Oswald Cobblepot. Wait, he's already been spotted and gee God almighty! Flippin' hell, look, he looks totally different in this version than his original version, which is like, he looks like it's like a round penguin. But this one, wow, he looks totally different in this one. Oswald Cobblepot. The penguin, what happened to you, Oz? Oh, that's right. Him and Oz were childhood friends, but the Cobblepots blamed the Waynes for loss of their fortune. Good grief. And then you got the rest of the stuff, which is Gotham City, Arkham Asylum, and wait. Wow, Arkham Asylum looks like an actual castle than an asylum. I mean, yeah, I know the Arkham Asylum is maybe a grand structure, but good lord, this looks more like a castle. Anyhow,
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
I stay out of sight when I need to.
Define need to.
Whenever
good
Hardy
point.
calls. The guy's exhausting.
Well, after the press conference tomorrow, I'll mark your calendar as exhausted then. The media isn't good for anyone's health. Yeah, I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
Yeah, you're right, Alfred.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
But I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night, though I'm not partial to heights. Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
Well, better take it.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed, you two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both were. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
Yes. So what does Cobblepot want? That's why I gotta question myself. What does Mr. Cobblepot want? What's he after? I doubt it'll be money. It'll be something else. Oh, here we go. Cobblepot Park. It's a bit weird though. 6 in the morning? You would think they would do it in the middle of daylight. The one that got away. Chapter 2, Episode 1.
Where are you, Oz?
Surprised we actually got further. Oh, what's this? Graffiti. So let's look at this. Now I want to read the newspaper. Oh well, never mind. Oh, we can go out. I just want to read the newspaper to see if it's any clues, because if I recall in Telltale games, they do have some like hidden gems. Ugh, typical. Associated with the Falcones. Well, we weren't. We were trying to see what he wants and then work from there. You gotta remember, I gotta act as. You see, the thing about Bruce Wayne is he acts as Batman as he goes, so I've got to act like Batman to know what he's up to, and then also try and deal with him. Examine him. Yeah, hasn't changed.
Thank you, sir.
Right, look at the burning barrel. It's amazing how you see these almost people use burning barrels to keep warm. I know the metal is hard to melt, but still, it's quite interesting how they find these damn things. Okay, Oswald, where are you? Running late. Meet you by the statue.
There's the statue, but no Oz.
I got a feeling we're gonna get ambushed. Let's look at the shopping cart. Talk to the smoking man. See what he knows.
Hey,
Beat it.
Not very polite. Graffiti. So, where is Oz? A plaque. What does the plaque say?
well, it isn't what it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Statue. I believe that's his father, isn't it? Oswald's father?
Watch wallet cash. But this goes through you.
Oh, hell.
Hey, you heard him, man. The hell are you waiting for?
You're making a mistake.
You already made one coming here. The next one kills you. And him.
Here we go.
Gentlemen!
Oz.
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come here. Think that'll do?
Ooh, Jesus. Since when did Oswald learn how to fight? Oh, shit.
This used to be a nice place. No lives like you don't belong.
Get out. Ooh, shit.
This is my
When did Oswald could be made someone such a badass?
Hear that? Oh, hey Bruce. You've got a little, there. Good as new. Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh?
Well, thanks for the backup.
I yanked you away from your bloody ivory tower, Bruce. Least I can do is make sure you don't get shanked.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit. Oh, Mum and Dad, they put so much work in here.
Yeah, you were right.
Those were better days.
That they were. Yeah. Thought we'd grow up to be kings, I did. Both of us. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune, there's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did. Hobnobbing parties, round-the-world vacations, unlimited potential.
My parents are gone too, Oz.
I know, Bruce, I know. I'm sorry for it. But I had my own funerals to attend. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself. Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
He wasn't
Falcone
invited.
was an uninvited guest. That's it. Never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cashing corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned. Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, no? A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door, and I'm here to let it in. Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down. Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty.
Well, I'm not your enemy, Oswald.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
It remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Good grief.
Good seeing you,
Wow.
Bruce, but I got some rocks to collect. Cheers.
Wow, they really redesigned Cobblepot in this. I prefer the old Cobblepot, to be honest. Well, back into the conference. But good grief.